Most buyers don't realize this until it's too late. They overpay $30,000 to $40,000 for a safe SUV, only to discover that reliability was never the problem. Pricing and hype were. Right now, people are fighting over used 4Runners with 200,000 miles at insane prices, while equally durable SUVs with the same engines sit ignored for half the money. This isn't bad luck, it's a market trap. Today, we're exposing 12 affordable, proven SUVs smart buyers overlook. And number one costs less than a used Camry, yet will outlast vehicles triple its price. Number 12. Hyundai Santa Fe, 2007 to 2012. The second-generation Hyundai Santa Fe is massively overlooked, with clean examples selling for $6,000 to $11,000, despite delivering reliability that embarrasses brands charging substantially more. Under the hood sat Hyundai's proven 3.3-liter V6, making 242 horsepower, or the 2.7-liter V6, making 185 horsepower. Both engines achieving impressive longevity when maintained with proper oil change intervals of 5,000 miles using quality synthetic oil. This generation represented Hyundai's transformation from budget brand into legitimate competitor. The interior featured materials that felt genuinely upscale for the price point, build quality that surprised owners expecting economy car construction, and standard features that cost thousands extra on competitors. The all-wheel drive system delivered reliable traction in adverse conditions, and the 3.3-liter V6 provided ample power for highway merging and light towing up to 3,500 pounds when properly equipped. Consumer reports noted these Santa Fe's achieving above-average reliability ratings, with the 3.3-liter V6 routinely crossing 200,000 miles when owners followed maintenance schedules. The biggest issues were minor electrical gremlins and occasional transmission fluid changes needed at 60,000-mile intervals to prevent long-term problems. The 100,000-mile powertrain warranty transferred to second owners, providing confidence that domestic brands couldn't match. Rust protection proved solid for vehicles from Salt Belt states, and parts remained inexpensive through Hyundai's widespread dealer network. These Santa Fe's proved Korean quality had legitimately caught up to Japanese standards by 2007, yet market pricing still reflected decade-old stereotypes rather than current reality. But does Hyundai's transformation match what Honda accomplished with their overlooked midsize? Number 11 answers that. Number 11, Honda Pilot, 2003 to 2008. The first-generation Honda Pilot is criminally undervalued, with clean examples selling for $6,000 to $12,000, despite being essentially a more practical Odyssey with 3-row seating and available all-wheel drive. Under the hood sat Honda's legendary 3.5-liter J35 V6, making 255 horsepower. The same engine architecture that powered Accords, Odysseys, and Ridgelines to 300,000 plus miles, with maintenance consisting mainly of oil changes and transmission fluid services every 30,000 miles using Honda ATFZ1 fluid. Honda engineered the Pilot with their typical obsessive attention to durability. The 5-speed automatic transmission proved remarkably reliable when owners followed the 30,000-mile fluid change interval that Honda recommended but didn't emphasize enough in owners' manuals. The variable torque management VTM4 all-wheel drive system required simple rear differential fluid changes every 30,000 miles and proved bulletproof when maintained. The timing belt needed replacement at 105,000 miles, costing approximately $800 to $1,000. But this prevented catastrophic interference engine damage. Consumer reports consistently ranked the first-gen Pilot as highly reliable, with engines routinely achieving impressive longevity. The interior featured Honda's excellent ergonomics, where every control fell naturally to hand, and the third row actually accommodated adults rather than serving as marketing fiction. Towing capacity reached 4,500 pounds when properly equipped, and the body-on-frame-like unibody structure provided durability that car-based crossovers couldn't match. These Pilots prove that sometimes the best values are Honda products everyone takes for granted while chasing Toyota alternatives that cost substantially more for similar capability. But does Honda's practical engineering match what Subaru accomplished with their Boxer-powered wagon? Number 10 answers that. Number 10, Subaru Forester, 2009 to 2013. The third-generation Subaru Forester is massively overlooked, despite clean examples selling for $8,000 to $14,000 while delivering all-wheel drive capability and reliability that should cost substantially more. Under the hood sat Subaru's proven 2.5-liter EJ, 253 naturally aspirated flat 4 making 170 horsepower, or the 2.5-liter EJ255 turbocharged flat 4 making 224 horsepower in XT models, both engines achieving solid reliability when owners followed Subaru's maintenance schedules religiously. The critical detail, these 2009 to 2013 Foresters featured the improved EJ253 engine with updated head gaskets that solved the catastrophic failures plaguing earlier Subarus. When maintained with 3,000-mile oil changes using quality synthetic oil and timing belt replacements at 105,000 miles, costing approximately $1,000 to $1,200, these engines routinely crossed 200,000 miles without the head gasket issues that destroyed earlier versions. The symmetrical all-wheel drive system provided superior traction compared to reactive systems and competitors, and the Boxer engine's low center of gravity created handling dynamics that felt more planted than top-heavy competitors. Consumer reports noted improved reliability for this generation compared to earlier models, with proper maintenance being absolutely critical. The interior was utilitarian but durable. Cargo space exceeded competitors through intelligent packaging, and visibility was excellent compared to modern SUVs. The naturally aspirated 2.5-liter delivered adequate power and better reliability than turbo variants, though XT models provided exciting performance when maintained properly. These Foresters proved Subaru could build reliable engines when they focused on solving previous problems rather than ignoring them. But does Subaru's improved engineering match what Volvo accomplished with their Swedish tank? Number 9 answers that. Number 9, Volvo XC90, 2003 to 2014. The first-generation Volvo XC90 is surprisingly overlooked, with clean examples selling for $8,000 to $16,000, despite offering Scandinavian safety and comfort that should cost substantially more. The critical specification, get the 3.2-liter inline-6 making 235 horsepower from 2007 to 2014 models, avoiding the earlier 2.5-liter turbo inline-5 and the problematic V8 variants. The naturally aspirated 3.2-liter proved significantly more reliable with timing chain design eliminating expensive belt services. Volvo engineered the XC90 with their legendary safety obsession, featuring crash protection that earned top ratings and created occupant protection that embarrassed competitors. The interior featured materials that aged gracefully, build quality that felt substantial, and 3-row seating that actually accommodated adults in reasonable comfort. The all-wheel drive system provided confident traction in adverse conditions, and the ride quality balanced comfort with control better than domestic competitors prioritizing isolation over connection. The reliability reality requires honesty. These XC90s needed more maintenance than Japanese competitors, with timing chain tensioners occasionally requiring replacement around 100,000 to 150,000 miles, costing approximately $1,500 to $2,000. Electronic gremlins appeared in higher mileage examples, and front suspension components needed replacement more frequently than Toyota products. However, when properly maintained with 5,000-mile oil changes, these routinely achieved 200,000-plus miles. Parts availability remained good through Volvo's continuing presence, and independent specialists made repairs more affordable than dealer rates. The XC90 proved that Swedish engineering could compete with Japanese reliability when owners accepted higher maintenance requirements as trade-off for superior safety and comfort. But does Volvo's safety-first approach match what Kia accomplished with their underrated family hauler? Number 8 answers that. Number 8, Kia Sorento, 2011 to 2015. The second-generation Kia Sorento is criminally undervalued, with clean examples selling for $9,000 to $15,000, despite delivering reliability and refinement that embarrasses brands charging substantially more. Under the hood sat Kia's excellent 3.5-liter V6 making 276 horsepower, or the 2.4-liter inline-4 making 175 to 191 horsepower depending on year. Both engines achieving impressive longevity when maintained properly, destroying assumptions about Korean quality that ceased being accurate over a decade ago. This generation represented Kia's complete transformation into a legitimate competitor. The interior featured materials that felt genuinely upscale, with soft touch surfaces, quality switchgear, and attention to detail rivaling vehicles costing substantially more. Build quality exceeded domestic competitors, and standard features included items that cost thousands extra on German alternatives. The all-wheel drive system delivered confident traction without pretending to offer serious off-road capability, and the 3.5-liter V6 provided strong acceleration and highway passing power while maintaining refinement. Consumer reports consistently rank these Sorentos as highly reliable, with engines routinely crossing 200,000 miles when owners followed the 7,500-mile oil change intervals Kia recommended. The 100,000-mile powertrain warranty transferred to second owners, providing confidence no domestic brand matched. The biggest maintenance items were routine services and occasional transmission fluid changes at 60,000-mile intervals. Towing capacity reached 5,000 pounds when properly equipped with the V6, and fuel economy remained competitive at 20 to 22 miles per gallon combined. These Sorentos prove that badge snobbery costs buyers thousands, while delivering nothing additional in reliability or features. But does Kia's value proposition match what Mazda accomplished with their driving-focused three-row? Number 7 answers that. Number 7, Mazda CX-9, 2007 to 2015. The first-generation Mazda CX-9 is massively overlooked, with clean examples selling for $8,000 to $15,000, despite delivering driving dynamics that embarrass three-row SUVs costing substantially more. Under the hood sat Ford's proven 3.7-liter Duratec V6, making 273 horsepower, the same Cyclone engine architecture used in Mustangs and F-150s, creating power delivery that felt eager and responsive rather than merely adequate, like competitors designed purely for efficiency. Mazda engineered the CX-9 with their zoom philosophy, prioritizing driving engagement over pure utility. The steering offered actual feedback, communicating road surface and tire grip, rather than the numb isolation competitors delivered. The suspension balanced comfort with control, creating composed handling, and the chassis felt rigid and connected, rather than flexible and vague. The interior featured materials that aged gracefully, and the third row actually accommodated adults in reasonable comfort rather than serving as marketing fiction. The reliability reality requires honesty. The 3.7-liter V6 proved durable when maintained properly, routinely achieving 200,000 plus miles with owners following 5,000-mile oil change intervals using quality synthetic oil. The 6-speed automatic transmission required fluid changes at 60,000-mile intervals to prevent long-term issues. Fuel economy averaged 16 to 18 miles per gallon combined, which matched body-on-frame competitors like 4Runners while delivering superior on-road dynamics. Timing chain design eliminated expensive belt replacements. The CX-9 proved that driving engagement and three-row practicality weren't mutually exclusive when manufacturers prioritized dynamics over pure efficiency. But does Mazda's driving focus match what Acura accomplished with their torque vectoring luxury SUV? Number 6 answers that. Number 6, Acura MDX, 2007 to 2013. The second-generation Acura MDX is criminally undervalued, with clean examples selling for $10,000 to $18,000, despite delivering refinement and reliability that should cost substantially more. Under the hood sat Honda's legendary 3.7-liter J37 V6, making 300 horsepower, the same engine architecture that powered everything from Accords to Pilots to 300,000 plus miles, with maintenance consisting mainly of oil changes and transmission fluid services every 30,000 miles using Honda ATF-DW 1 fluid. Acura engineered the MDX as genuine luxury alternative to German three-row SUVs, featuring super handling all-wheel drive SHAWD that used torque vectoring to actively improve handling dynamics rather than just providing traction in adverse conditions. The system could transfer up to 70% of rear torque to the outside rear wheel during cornering, effectively eliminating understeer and creating surprisingly agile handling for a three-row SUV. The interior featured materials and build quality that felt genuinely premium, with leather that aged gracefully and electronics that remained functional long-term. Consumer reports consistently ranked the MDX as one of the most reliable three-row luxury SUVs, with engines and transmissions routinely achieving impressive longevity. The timing belt required replacement at 105,000 miles, costing approximately $900 to $1,100, and AWD rear differential fluid needed changing every 30,000 miles using Honda DPSF fluid costing approximately $150. Third row seating actually accommodated adults. Towing capacity reached 5,000 pounds, and fuel economy averaged 18 to 20 miles per gallon combined. The MDX proved that sometimes the best luxury values come from brands everyone overlooks while fighting over German alternatives that cost more and deliver less reliability. But does Acura's refinement match what Mitsubishi accomplished with their forgotten off-road legend? Number 5 answers that. Number 5, Mitsubishi Montero, 2001 to 2006. The Mitsubishi Montero is so forgotten that most people don't even remember Mitsubishi sold legitimate SUVs, yet clean examples selling for $7,000 to $15,000 deliver capability and refinement that should cost 3 times that amount. Under the hood sat Mitsubishi's proven 3.8-liter 6G75 V6 making 215 to 220 horsepower. Adequate power paired with the legendary Super Select 4-wheel drive system that allowed switching between 2-wheel drive, 4-wheel high, and 4-wheel low while driving up to 62 miles per hour, creating versatility competitors couldn't match without complex electronics. Mitsubishi engineered the Montero for global markets including Middle Eastern deserts and Australian outback, creating durability that American crossovers cannot approach. Body-on-frame construction provided genuine truck durability, independent front and rear suspension, delivered ride quality embarrassing body-on-frame competitors, and the interior featured materials and refinement that felt legitimately upscale. The 4-wheel drive system featured viscous coupling center, differential, and automatic locking rear differential, creating capability that works seamlessly without driver intervention. The reliability reality. The 6G75 V6 routinely crossed 250,000 plus miles when maintained with 5,000-mile oil change intervals using quality synthetic oil. Timing belt replacement at 100,000 miles cost approximately $800 to $1,000. Mitsubishi's American collapse created perception that parts disappeared, but reality shows parts remained available through Mitsubishi's continuing global presence and robust aftermarket support. Third row seating accommodated actual adults, towing capacity reached 5,000 pounds, and fuel economy averaged 15 to 17 miles per gallon combined. The Montero proved that sometimes the best values come from brands everyone's forgotten, rather than the ones everyone's fighting over. But does Mitsubishi's forgotten excellence match what Nissan accomplished with their boxy adventure vehicle? Number 4 answers that. Number 4, Nissan Xterra, 2005 to 2015. The second-generation Nissan Xterra is massively undervalued, with clean examples selling for $10,000 to $18,000, while Tacomas and 4Runners with similar mileage command double that price despite offering comparable capability. Under the hood sat Nissan's excellent 4.0-liter VQ40DE V6, making 261 to 265 horsepower, depending on year. The same engine architecture that powered Zed cars and Maximas to 300,000 plus miles, while delivering linear power and surprising refinement for a truck-based SUV. The Xterra shared its platform with the Frontier pickup, giving it body-on-frame construction, solid rear axle, and genuine off-road capability that car-based crossovers pretend to offer. Pro 4X models featured electronic locking rear differential, Bilstein off-road shocks, skid plates, and all-terrain tires, creating capability that embarrassed vehicles costing substantially more. The interior was intentionally utilitarian with rubberized floors, waterproof seats, and cargo areas designed assuming owners would actually use them, rather than protecting them like museum exhibits. The reliability reality requires honesty. The VQ40DE required timing, chain tensioner replacement around 100,000 to 150,000 miles, costing approximately $1,200 to $1,500 when performed by independent shops. When this service was completed and owners maintained 5,000-mile oil change intervals using quality synthetic oil, these engines routinely achieved 250,000 plus miles. The 5-speed automatic transmission proved durable, and the rear differential required fluid changes every 30,000 miles. Fuel economy averaged 16 to 18 miles per gallon combined, and towing capacity reached 5,000 pounds. The Xterra proved that body-on-frame capability doesn't require 4Runner pricing when buyers overlook badges and focus on actual engineering. But does Nissan's utilitarian approach match what Suzuki accomplished with their forgotten compact? Number 3 answers that. Number 3, Suzuki Grand Vitara, 2006 to 2013. The Suzuki Grand Vitara is so overlooked that most people forgot Suzuki even sold SUVs in America, which explains why clean examples sell for $5,000 to $11,000 while delivering capability that embarrasses crossovers costing substantially more. Under the hood sat a 2.7-liter or 3.2-liter V6, making 185 to 230 horsepower, depending on year. Adequate power paired with Suzuki's legendary four-wheel drive system that traced lineage directly to the Samurai's go-anywhere DNA wrapped in civilized packaging. The Grand Vitara featured proper body-on-frame construction when competitors switched to car-based unibody designs, giving it genuine off-road capability and durability that crossovers fundamentally cannot match. The four-wheel drive system offered low-range gearing for serious terrain with part-time four-wheel drive on base models and full-time four-wheel drive on higher trims, creating versatility for different buyer needs. Suzuki engineered these assuming buyers would actually use four-wheel drive rather than treating it as decorative feature like most crossover owners. The reliability reality. The 3.2-liter V6 proved more durable than the smaller 2.7-liter, routinely achieving 200,000+ miles when maintained with 5,000-mile oil change intervals using quality synthetic oil. Timing chain design eliminated expensive belt replacements. Suzuki's American departure in 2012 created perception that parts disappeared, but reality shows strong aftermarket support and parts availability through Suzuki's continuing global presence. Fuel economy averaged 18 to 20 miles per gallon combined, and towing capacity reached 3,000 pounds. The interior was basic but durable, and the driving experience felt more truck-like than car-like. The Grand Vitara proved that sometimes the best values come from brands everyone's forgotten despite offering capability that works. But does Suzuki's forgotten engineering match what Lexus accomplished with their V8 luxury off-roader? Number 2 answers that. Number 2, Lexus GX470, 2003 to 2009. The Lexus GX470 is absurdly undervalued considering what it delivers, with clean examples selling for $15,000 to $28,000 despite being essentially a Land Cruiser Prado wrapped in luxury materials and Toyota reliability. Under the hood sat Toyota's bulletproof 4.7-liter 2UZ FEV8, making 235 to 263 horsepower depending on year. The same engine that powered Tundras, Sequoias, and Land Cruisers to 400,000+ miles with maintenance so simple that shade tree mechanics could perform everything required. The GX470 featured body-on-frame construction, solid rear axle, full-time four-wheel drive with Torsen limited slip center differential, and low-range gearing creating genuine off-road capability wrapped in Lexus luxury. The interior featured materials that aged gracefully, build quality that embarrassed German competitors, and reliability that made BMW X5s look like expensive science experiments. The hydraulic suspension system, KDSS on later models, improved articulation without compromising on-road comfort, and the approach and departure angles exceeded car-based luxury crossovers substantially. The maintenance reality, the 2UZ EV8 required timing belt replacement at 90,000 miles, costing approximately $1,200 to $1,500 including water pump, but this prevented catastrophic interference engine damage. When maintained with 5,000-mile oil change intervals using quality synthetic oil and proper coolant services, these engines delivered 500,000 miles routinely. Fuel economy averaged 15 to 16 miles per gallon combined, third-row seating was tight but functional, and towing capacity reached 6,500 pounds. The GX470 proved that sometimes the best luxury SUV values are the ones everyone overlooks while fighting over forerunners offering similar capability with less refinement. But does Lexus's V8 excellence match what one common Honda accomplished through legendary simplicity? Number 1 answers that. Number 1, Honda CR-V 2002 to 2006. The absolute most overlooked, affordable, reliable SUV is the second-generation Honda CR-V, a vehicle so common and successful that everyone ignores it while fighting over forerunners and Land Cruisers. Yet clean examples selling for $5,000 to $10,000 deliver reliability that embarrasses vehicles costing 5 times as much. Under the hood sat Honda's proven 2.4-liter K24A 1 4 making 160 horsepower, the same K-Series engine architecture that powered Accords, Elements, and TSXS to 300,000+ miles with maintenance, consisting mainly of oil changes every 5,000 miles using quality synthetic oil. The CR-VS featured Honda engineering at its most obsessive. Timing chain design eliminating expensive belt replacements, double wishbone front suspension, delivering handling that felt more car-like than truck-like, and build quality that made these feel more substantial than their compact dimensions suggested. The real-time four-wheel drive system provided confident traction in adverse conditions through hydraulic coupling transferring power rearward when front wheels slipped, creating capability that works seamlessly without driver intervention or complexity. Consumer reports consistently rank the second-generation CR-V as one of the most reliable vehicles ever tested, with engines routinely achieving remarkable longevity. The 5-speed automatic transmission proved bulletproof when owners performed fluid changes at 30,000-mile intervals using Honda ATFZ1 fluid. The interior featured Honda's excellent ergonomics where everything fell naturally to hand, cargo space exceeded competitors through intelligent packaging, and the folding picnic table built into the cargo floor created versatility that conventional designs couldn't match. Fuel economy averaged 23 to 24 miles per gallon combined, remarkable for 2002 to 2006 technology. The market reality: CR-Vs became so successful and common that they lost any cachet despite offering reliability, making buying anything else financially questionable. These prove that sometimes the best values are the obvious ones everyone's ignoring while chasing exotic alternatives that cost more and deliver less actual reliability. The CR-V represents peak affordable, reliable SUV value hiding in plain sight. There you have it. 12 affordable, reliable SUVs proving the best deals aren't always the popular ones everyone's fighting over. From forgotten Suzukis to Hondas, so common nobody notices their excellence, these deliver capability and reliability at pricing that makes overpaying for forerunners questionable. Thanks for watching. Check out our video on SUVs that actually appreciate in value. Hit subscribe. We expose market inefficiencies dealers don't want you finding. Sometimes the best purchases are the ones nobody else wants.